Logitech G430, clocking in at just about $60. Versus the SteelSeries Siberia V2, clocking in at just under $55. We have two similarly priced gaming headsets, but only one can remain victorious. Who will come out on top of our mid-range gaming headset battle? It's time to go headset to headset. So the Logitech G430 and the SteelSeries Siberia V3, both $60 headsets that are similar in many ways. Which one's better? For this comparison, I'm going to be covering the physical aspects regarding comfort and build quality, though primarily comfort. I'll be covering the technical aspects regarding what features and accessories they come with or utilize, and audio quality, and then I'll have an overarching theme I hope to convey with this video. Starting with the G430, it is a fairly rugged and well-built gaming headset, even if it's primarily made of plastic, and it's fairly comfortable. It's got a wide top band to make sure the pressure is placed widely throughout the top of your head, and a very thick cushioned pad at the top. So when you put it on your head, the weight is kept lifted up off your head, despite the fact that most of the weight is being pulled down on the top of your head. It works out quite well, and it's one of the more comfortable band styles I have seen. Typically, I don't like this style at all. I much prefer the elastic band style of the Siberia V3, but this headset does it in a way that puts a bit less pressure on your head. However, it does still put pressure on your head, and after a while, to me, it still does get uncomfortable, so take it or leave it. The ear cup style fits perfectly around your ear, depending on the size of your ear. So let me reword that. It fits perfectly around my ear and creates a very tight seal around my ear to make sure that the bass is well heard and that your sound is very kept tight. It is a closed back headphone style. However, the material used for it is almost like a jersey kind of padding, but it's very rough and it feels very, very uncomfortable against my skin. Not only that, but as my ear goes inside of the cup, it actually rubs up against the driver cover, there's a soft padding covering up the actual speaker driver. My ear actually tends to rub up against that, and that creates a very uncomfortable situation. The microphone slides up and out of the way, but is not retractable and still stays outside of the headset. It is not removable. It is decently adjustable in terms of you can either have it straight out or kind of pointed towards you, but there's not a whole lot of flexibility in terms of what you can do with the microphone. However, it does create a very closed back style, keeps your noise relatively isolated, and creates a good suction around your ear so that the bass is carried a bit more. However, to me, it's not all that comfortable because of those things. The SteelSeries Siberia V3 is also a primarily plastic built headset, though there is a metal wire running through the elastic band at the top here. Instead of the band style top on it that places most of the weight and pressure of the headset on the top of your head, it has an elastic suspension system, which actually suspends the headset over top of your head and allows the weight to actually be balanced very effectively. You are not wearing a very heavy headset at all with the Siberia V3 compared to the Logitech headset, in which you feel every ounce of that weight on your head. There is virtually no pressure placed on the top of your skull, and it feels really, really comfortable in that regard. However, and people with larger heads than mine tend to complain about this more so than I ever would, but the bigger your head is and the more you stretch it out, the more pressure it actually puts on the side of your head, so on your ears. This is of course due to physics of how, elastic works. It's got to put pressure somewhere at some point. And I do notice from time to time, the longer I wear it, the more pressure I do feel around my ears. And so I tend to, after I've worn it for a while, if it starts becoming uncomfortable, I'll switch to a more closed back headset like the Logitech G430 or my SteelSeries H wireless, which go around my ear and don't put as much pressure on them. To me, the lack of pressure on the top of the head is a godsend in terms of longevity of use of the device, as putting too much weight on the top of my skull leads to headaches and just me being unable to continue to wear the headset. So to me, this is the best band style you can get on a headset. But like I said, people with larger heads are going to find that it actually places a lot of pressure on your ears after a while, and that may be uncomfortable. There is a mute switch on the back of the headset which mutes the microphone, and the microphone is actually retractable and retracts up into the headset and is pretty much flexible to point in whichever direction you would like. However, the microphone and the retraction mechanism, especially compared to the SteelSeries H wireless, which also has a retractable microphone, feels very cheap and very flimsy. And to me, I'm just always worried that it's gonna break at some point. The mic feels very breakable. I've never broken it, I've been plenty rough with it, I've never done any damage to it, but it feels breakable. And the ear cup design is a very nice, soft faux leather, which feels really, really comfortable. It doesn't get too hot, it doesn't rub you the wrong way. To me, it's a very good balance. It is a bit weak, it does, you know, flatten very quickly when you're putting it on your head, but it has the memory foam that always comes back no matter how long you wear it, which is really, really good. Briefly touching on the technical side of things, the Logitech G430 does have an inline audio switch which has a volume control knob and a mute button for your microphone, and then it splits at the bottom to two 2-pole green and pink for microphone and headphone out audio jacks. Now, it does come with a USB basically a USB sound card for it that uses Logitech's gaming software, which you can plug these into if you're using on the computer. Or from what I hear, though I have not been able to test that, you can plug the USB connector into the PlayStation 4 and use it as a PlayStation 4 headset as well. However, for my audio quality tests, I did use the green 2-pole adapter to connect it to my my Creative Sound Blaster Z sound card and a low-end DAC to test the audio quality. That way they were tested on the same level. The SteelSeries Siberia V3 has a shorter audio cable initially and has a 3-pole connection. This makes it compatible with smartphones and tablets and other like Ultrabooks devices that use a combo jack or a 3-pole connection, and you can actually use this as a headset for your phone to place audio calls and things like that. You have no actual control over the software side of things inside of your phone, but you do have the audio capabilities of using it as such. It comes with a split cable, which is about another 4 to 6 feet, which you plug this 3-pole connection into, and then it splits it to the 2-pole connections for green and pink connections to plug into your computer. This now brings me to audio quality and a bit of a message I wish to convey with this. For most of your low to mid-range gaming headsets, they're all going to sound about the same. They're going to focus on putting a lot of bass in there if they are powered headsets or amplified headsets, and they're generally going to sound about the same across their price points. Since these are close to the $60 headsets, they're going to sound about the same, but they're not going to blow out $100 headsets or $300 headsets out of the water by any means. And of course, none of them are going to actually compare to audiophile grade headphones. A good set of cans or a good DAC and amplifier could make the world of difference in terms of audio quality, but then you're not getting a cheap gaming headset out of it. Based off just overall audio quality preferences, I will just say that I personally prefer the SteelSeries Siberia V3. It has a bit more of a flatter profile, with a bit less bass since it is open back and does not create a perfect suction around your ears. However, with decent equalizer listening to music or just your audio at proper levels in a game, it sounds perfectly fine and sounds really, really good. On my DAC specifically, it has a bit of a warmer sound to it, and so everything sounds just fine with no processing or equalization or anything like that needed. On my sound card, it's a bit less on the warm side. However, like I said, just turning on an equalizer preset or making your own or using the Sound Blaster Z's SBX crystal sound amplification, which just kind of adds crystallizers and treble to it, it sounds really, really good. The Logitech G430, being a closed back set of headphones that creates good suction around the ears, carries a bit more bass. However, I found in most cases it's actually a bit more muffled as well. The sound sounds less clear overall. However, it has a bit more oomph and warmness to it. Some people for games would prefer this because clarity is not always what gamers prefer in audio quality, and they just want the loudness and the bass, and I've seen that trend time and time again. However, I'm a stickler for clarity and just wider range of audio in headsets, and this isn't the most clear headset in the world, and the Siberia V3 is a much better option. However, I would like to convey that what sounds good to me may not sound good to you. What someone else says, like people always like to refer to what Tech Syndicate says about audio hardware and audio quality and things like that, as being the word of God. He's just another guy like the rest of us. I'm just another guy like the rest of you. Audio is very subjective. That is what makes the audio, the study of audio, listening to audio amazing, is everybody likes separate things. So I suggest you look at a variety of different reviews when checking out gaming headsets, as in all honesty, they all sound pretty crap compared to actual audiophile grade headphones and a good DAC and amplifier versus a computer or a gaming console. However, your mileage may vary. A lot of people can't tell the difference between certain points of audio quality. That's okay. A lot of people prefer that extra bass and kick in their gaming headsets rather than clarity and crispness. That's fine too. Figure out which you like to listen to and use that as a basis for which headset you choose. Look up other reviews, keep what I said in mind, and go forth and make your choice. Hope this video was informative, hoped it helped you out in making your decision or, picking a headset. Let me know what other headsets you'd like to see compared in the comment section down below. My name's been Adam, or Repo's Box. Be sure to leave a like on this video if you liked it, leave a dislike if you dislike it, leave us a comment telling us your favorite gaming headset overall, out of any gaming headset, and be sure to subscribe for more tech videos just like this one. Thanks for watching, see you next time.